Hey everyone, FPS Chazlet here. Welcome back to Let's Play Dangerous Waters. We're doing the Typhoon campaign. We're on mission Belling the Cat, first mission here. This is also with Reinforced Alert 1.40. We detected what is obviously some kind of boomer at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and take the liberty of saying this is a Typhoon because the campaign is called Typhoon, and it launched a ballistic missile. What is U? Mod class? Well, it doesn't really matter. And assume unknown. I did assumed hostile here. This is probably this should be unknown as well. No, ID unknown. Very well. This is like the older looking model. Okay, maybe U is what I want then, but it's fine. So launched a ballistic missile, not an Oscar. And we're to track this dude. We're going really quiet now because we're in this disputed area. Close into this. This guy was really close when I saw him on the periscope a little bit ago. So we're holding our boomer right here. Here's our boomer contact, 50 and 190. And we are holding him. Oh, we got a third frequency now. We got a third. We may be able to finalize this. 325. I have myself a new recording method here. And we can now look at the frequency sheet. So we got 50, 190, 325, was it? Well, that gets rid of the Ivan Rogov and these things. So right here is what we're looking at. So for sure, a boomer or big submarine of some kind from Russia. And not Oscar. So one of these other SSBNs here. SSAN, that may be like a special submarine. Okay. So yeah, we got that new method. Check out the frequency sheet. I know you guys have wanted that, and I found the solution for it, so there you go. Okay, what is our bearing to this guy? 208. Are we seeing him on the broadband? No, I do not believe so. Well, hang on. That solution needs to be updated. Yeah, look at this right here at 197. We are seeing him on the broadband. The solution needs to be updated. Okay, we just finished a turn just a little bit ago. Toad was dragging, and then we fixed that. So we had been getting some bad data, but now we are back. Ooh, coming across here or something, kind of coming towards us. Run another parallel course, kind of keeping a constant bearing. That's kind of what it looks like. So we could be seeing something like that. Could be even closer in than I may think. Not really sure at this point. We'll go with this for now. It's kind of been going all over the place. But we got our history solution for this is kind of approximately around here. But yes, this is an older looking model than the other one. If we do that other one, this one. Oh, really? I remember there being like a nicer looking Typhoon model, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Could have sworn it had looked different, but could have sworn there was a cleaner looking one, but yeah, that's fine. Okay. Very well. I don't believe the Russian fleet has Typhoons anymore. I think they've all been scrapped. But don't quote me on that. Don't take that to court. This guy's very close aboard. We should be able to get some demon on this guy. Sierra 6. We have him on the broadband there. Let's see. TPK is 7. Speed is 8. Really? Is that TPK correct? TPK is 10 for a Yankee, 5 for the Red October. We're not dealing with that. So yeah, 7. 7's what we got. Very well. So 8 knots then. Very well. Making turns for 8. 8-0. If we assume a constant course, that's got to push it up kind of close actually. Well, we could be on a collision course for this right now if he is coming this way. Got ourselves a rather faint track. It's hard to see any kind of movement from this because does seem to be so close in. But something like this, that does seem to be what we're seeing. Could possibly be going back to the south, but I don't think so. I do not think that at this point. We could turn... May want to turn west a little bit here. May want to turn west. If he's going out to sea, we'll let him kind of slink by, opening up the gap a little bit, try to avoid detection. So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to turn west here. We're going to lose him in the towed baffles for a little bit, but that's not too big a deal. So we'll turn west a little bit here. Have him kind of slink on by. 696. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and make for 550 feet.
Make my depth
just to be certain about that, you know, avoiding mad detection there. And also with this turn right now, right now we have a lead situation. This will give us a lag if this is indeed his current course. Either way, I think it will give us a different aspect to the target, a different bearing rate. So that should help us finalize our solution here, or at least get a better, you know, bearing on it. Who knows if it's finalized or not. Okay, but yes, seems like we may be very close aboard here. So let us turn. This range circle here is this is mass detection range when I was at periscope depth there. Just trying to keep an eye on at what point I'm going to be noticed with mass detection. Type 540 EQ. Well, that's not right. What is this? What are we looking at right here? We're looking at 50, 265, 400, 625. This may be our Grisha. 5265, 400. 5265, 400. 625, yeah, Grisha 5. Grisha 5 there. Very well. Stop that. Okay. And there's our boomer. Are we now getting a fourth frequency in our boomer? Or is that the Grisha fourth frequency? No, this seems to be a separate contact altogether. Hard to say. They're kind of merging up now, as this guy seems to be heading away. These solutions are kind of seeming to merge up. Our toad has not started turning yet. So the data on it seem to be good. This Grisha is now kind of moving left to right, looking south. Really? Oh, so the Grisha has turned back, it seems like, the other way. If this data is to be trusted. Seems to be doing... Ooh. Wants to be a little further out there. But seems to be doing something like that. Master 8. Master 2. Excuse me, TPK is 8, I believe, so 8 knots still, yeah. Very well. This Typhoon may not be this close, may be this close. I'm going to go ahead and push him back a little bit. I'm not sure if he's that close, per se. That would be a little sketchy if he was that close. We'll push it back a little bit there. And let's we'll keep up the time warp for a little bit here. Okay. Constant bearing so far. We'll be figuring out what's going on with that soon enough. These guys are on like the approximate same bearing right now until this Grisha finishes transiting across and kind of going back the other way. But our new course change should kind of open this up a little bit. 550 feet. We should be good against mad detection at this point. Okay, the Grisha is finally starting to go over that way. Typhoon is still kind of coming this way a little bit. Starting to open it up. We should see a greater bearing rate on this Typhoon here if my previous assumption was correct. Has the toad even started turning it? No, it has just started turning. So we're just about to get the bad data. Let's check other sensors. What are we seeing on other sensors here? Anything at all? Nothing. What about the hull? Oh yeah, look at that stuff on the hull. Oscar 2. So we're getting a, what looks like to be a 324 on the hull. Did it again. Okay. Looks like a 324 on the hull there. 550, 190, 325. Okay, yeah. So that is our Typhoon on the hull there. Let's go ahead and mark that up.
Con sonar. I have a new contact.
Seems to be our Typhoon on the hull there.
Designated Sierra
Can probably
8.
merge that up with Sierra 6 then. What do we got? Sierra 8. I don't think the Grisha has a 325 there. Nope. So merge them up. Sierra 6, Sierra 8, merge. Yes, okay. Take that to the bank. Okay. If that holds true, going to push this back a little bit more on our Typhoon buddy there. Potential Typhoon, medium. What is that? That definitely looks like a very faint trend line right there. That definitely looks like something very faint. But I can't see anything. What am I looking for? 1646 on the spherical here. 1646, right around here. It's kind of inkling coming up. You can, that definitely looks like to be a trend line on the broadband there. Definitely looks to be a faint trend line. That's kind of, it was kind of there for a little bit, kind of faded off and kind of continued up. Very faint. The long interval might shed some more light. Ooh, look at that. You can kind of see it on the long a little bit there. Kind of reveals itself a little better. That's like one of the first times I've had, the longs actually made a difference for me looking at a track. I guess you can kind of see it there, but the long shows it better. Yeah, I mean, look at that. There's something. Interesting. Oh, is that just me, or does that bottom short look a little grainier than that top short? Could be the monitor. Alright, back to the TOID. We've now straightened out. Oh yes, the Typhoon does... Well, it's hard to say for certain. That's bad data. Not going to try and make any conclusions from that. The conformal is still kind of lining up with this solution here of this 8 knots. If we go where the line, where the dots are going to kind of straighten out, looks to be a little bit like here. So we'll go with that for now. Master 2, how we looking? Seems to be closer in. Could be doing due west. Heading back from whence it came. Up here, it's a little too curvy. Trying to just go for where it's straight. But there it doesn't work. There it doesn't work. It's too great, so we'll go with that. It could also be nothing. It could also be that. Something right there seems to be about what that could be. Right around there. Pretty close in. They're both pretty close in. Wait for our toe to finish turning here, so we can, check out our Typhoon. We may end up wheeling around and kind of flying in formation with it. It is moving at a decent clip. If we increase to 8, he'll probably be able to hear us. But it depends on if he has his toad out or not. There's our... No, there's not our buddy. Zoom in. Where's our buddy? Our buddy-boo. There he is. We seeing a 4th on the toad? No, I gotta have to be really close to see a 4th on the toad there. Okay, well, we got him strong there. Come over here. It's gonna be a little... there's a decent clip. There's a decent few degrees there of difference. We're that close in on him. What about on the cylindrical? Ooh, yes, we are seeing something on the cylindrical. What is the, what frequencies are we expecting? 885. Oh yeah, we got him on the, not cylindrical, excuse me. Spherical. This range is closing. For sure. Not seeing him up here on the 5th, but we have him on here on the 4th. Mark that as well. please.
Sonar.
Thank
I
you.
have a new contact. Bearing.
So we got our bad boy in all three sensors here. What is up with this data? Oh, that's funky data. Funky data. Master 3. Sierra 9. Ooh, there seems to be a course change, speed change, something going on with our bad boy here. Course change, speed change, something going down. What do we got? What do we got? Master 3. Speed is 8. Course change. Seems like we have ourselves a course change. Sierra 9, we can go ahead and merge that as well. Seems like we're seeing a course change of some kind. Intercept is kind of far out. Not going to really pay attention to that as now. Ooh, geez. Seems to be kind of coming right for me. We may have to all stop here. We may have to all stop and let this guy kind of go by. Maybe coming right for us. Yeah, this seems to be him right there. The waterfall would suggest this guy is coming right for us. And hoo boy. Okay. Just about right for us here. Yeah, we have to slow down. And just we have him on other sensors, so we can bring in the Toad. Kind of ride this one out for now. I think this is the Grisha. It looks to be the Grisha, but yeah. I think our friend here is coming in hot, coming our way. So let's get the Toad in, actually.
Retrieve the starboard Toad array. Helm on.
Because it looks like we're gonna have to be quiet and up in here quickly to avoid this guy. We got all kinds of data trying to come together. Come together right now over me. But yeah, since we have them on other sensors, we can get rid of the Toad. Seems to be going right to left. Maybe closer than I thought, but that doesn't really make any sense up there. Ooh, ah, hoo. Let's see. Oh boy. Yes, the bearing seems to be changing. Well, the Toad is coming in, so that has to be considered too when looking at that, so shouldn't be paying much attention to that. To get them on the broadband, we still got a ways to go. May be starting to see them on the broadband for the spherical there. Okay, that Toad, she be almost in there, matey. Yar. Pirate speak? Very well. Where's their bad boy? Right around here. Okay, yeah, I mean that is moving in on my inboard. Interesting. What is up with that? It seemed that would lead one to suggest that it's like really close. Well, what is that suggesting? Seems to be saying that it's coming in it's coming in shallower on, well, this side. Let's see. Is that Toad in? I believe it is. Yeah, here's our guy. 325 seems to be coming in on me. Oh no, this is right. Sorry, this is right. This is what I was thinking it was moving out towards 270, but it's moving towards 090. It's going the correct way. Oh man, look at that. Some strong stuff there on the hull. That 190 and that 325. And yeah, we got him on the spherical pretty well there. Okay. Slow to 2, please.
Make turns for 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We're letting this guy pass us by. Pass us by here. Let's see. What does this data want to say? Assuming constant course. Which is always the assumption for me. Looking something like this. So it may have been a little further out than originally anticipated. At 8 knots, you would think it would be coming up a little stronger. It is kind of... So being as close in as it was before may not have been correct. Not seeing him on the broadband yet here, just now. but we got them on here. Let's see. If you bring it up more, unless there was a course change, this doesn't really seem to work either. It's kind of like a noticeable kink in it. There could have been a course change. There certainly could have been a course change. The intersection would lead us to bring it out here, but that's not really to be trusted on just a difference from spherical and hull. Because those sensors are so close together, the bearing error is going to amplify, is going to be rendering that useless. So we'll stick with this out here. This seems to be what we had been seeing. We'll stick with that, and we will crawl ever so quietly and let this guy kind of go by. Maybe not as quietly. 3 knots may be sufficient. We may kind of just go back up to this. But we'll stay with this for now. We'll do the 3 knots.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Okay. And let's start coming up about this way. Coming like this. And we'll stick with this for now. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you guys next time. Have a good one. And as always, good hunting.